Hey everybody, Rainbow Strike here, back with another Disney Top 10 list, and today we're going to be doing my top 10 favorite Disney characters. You have no idea how hard this was to make because I love a lot of Disney characters and I can't fit them all in this list. Hey, maybe I'll make a part 2. But today we're only going to be focusing on my most favorite Disney characters of all time. Also, if you're curious, I made a top 10 list of my Disney crushes, and if you want to see that, link in the description. But anyways, enough talking, let's get into the video. At the number 10 spot is Eeyore from the Winnie the Pooh franchise. I love him, he's so cute, he deserves all the hugs in the world. Every time he talks down to himself, I just want to cry and hug him and just make him feel better and just say, no, Eeyore, you're the greatest ever, Eeyore, oh my gosh. He always puts others before himself and oh my gosh, he's just so sweet. And seeing him smile, oh my gosh, one of the greatest things in human history, oh my goodness. Eeyore is not only my favorite character in the Winnie the Pooh franchise, but is also one of my favorite Disney characters of all time. Next is Sisu from Raya and the Last Dragon. People for some reason either love or hate this character, but for me, I absolutely love her. I love her enough to put her on this list. Some see her as annoying, while I see her as extremely adorable. I love her design, I love her fun personality, and I love her voice. She's also like really cool, like she has really cool powers and abilities, like it's amazing. She's just great, I love her so much. Next up is Herbie the Love Bug. Herbie might actually be the first Disney character I ever obsessed over. I remember loving and rewatching every single movie over and over as a kid, collecting all the toys of him, being obsessed with the Volkswagen Beetle. I just loved Herbie as a kid and I still do. Even though he doesn't talk, he has a lot of personality. I love how determined and sassy he is as well as how sensitive he is. He's also just hardcore, like he took down a monster truck. He's adorable, he's hilarious, has so much life. Herbie is just amazing. Next is Maximus from Tangled. By far one of the coolest and funniest Disney characters. Like, he has so much skill, like he even knows how to sword fight. That's just amazing. And like I said, he's just hilarious. He's also just really sweet and adorable. Like, oh my gosh, I love him so much. Maximus is just awesome. Next up is Bolt. He is honestly the most determined and arguably strongest character on this list because he literally traveled across the country to get back to his owner, like wow. And that just shows how much he loves and cares for his family. He's just so sweet. Speaking of which, I love that we get to see a transition of him being this aggressive character by the beginning and then turning into this more sweet and loving character by the end of the film. It's just so good. He's also really funny and also, oh my gosh, he's just so cute. Oh my gosh, he's so adorable! This movie just makes me cry every time. I love the movie and I love Bolt. Next is Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. Ever since the release of Epic Mickey in 2010, I've just been obsessed with Oswald. I just remember being so interested and intrigued in his backstory, his creation, and his history. And from that research, learning how much of an awesome character he is. Like, I love his personality. He's like Mickey, but with like a little more spice to him, if that makes any sense. Like, he's sassy, he's a bit headstrong, prone to anger, but that's why I love him so much. But at the end of the day, still a really nice and kind person. Bro also has a really great theme song, like damn.
Lucky rabbit, that lucky Oswald rabbit, nicest rabbit that you ever knew.
He's just overall a great character, and I really hope Disney does more stuff with him. Because my goodness, they canceled his Disney Plus show. Like, why? Disney, do more stuff with Oswald, please.
I hope they become friends, and perhaps more, perhaps even brothers.
Next is Mickey Mouse. You honestly can't go wrong with Mickey Mouse. He's just a wonderful classic character. Like, there's so many versions and iterations of Mickey Mouse, and the fact that almost all of them are great is just awesome. Mickey can also be anything, like he can be hilarious like in the Paul Rudish Mickey Mouse shorts, or dark and serious like in the Epic Mickey games. But the one thing that every Mickey Mouse has in common is their friendliness and niceness. Also, his relationship with Minnie is just so sweet and so adorable. Like, oh my goodness, they really are the perfect couple. Mickey Mouse overall is just a great character. Since you all can probably guess who the top 3 are, let's just do the honorable mentions right now. Todd from Fox and the Hound, Robin from Robin Hood, Stitch from Lilo and Stitch, Donald Duck, Lady from Lady and the Tramp, the Reluctant Dragon, Rocket Raccoon from Guardians of the Galaxy, and R2-D2 from Star Wars. I would have put Rocket and R2-D2 in this list, but since they weren't originally created by Disney, I decided to just put them in the honorable mentions category. Even though they didn't make it in the top 10 list, these are still amazing and fantastic characters that I love so much. Now we're at the top 3, and my third most favorite Disney character is Meilin Lee from Turning Red. Yes, I'm serious. Not only do I really like the movie, I also really like its main character, Meilin Lee. I know a lot of people dislike this movie and May, and genuine question for all of you, do you guys just hate fun? As a matter of fact, also the Sisu haters, do you all just hate fun for some reason? Like, do you just hate joy and fun characters? Like what's up with that? But May and Sisu are just so annoying. Bruh, have you even seen a Disney movie? There have been way more annoying characters than Sisu or May, and no one complained about those characters, so shut up!
Grow up, bro! Grow up!
Anyway, back to May. May is just a wonderful character. Seeing her become her own person by the end of the movie was just so great and was well done. And like I said earlier, she's just a fun character. Like, she would be a really fun person to hang out with. Like, did you see that party scene? Like, my goodness, that looks like the most epic party of all time. She's also like one of the funniest characters I've ever seen in an animated movie. Like, oh my gosh.
I like boys! I like loud music! I like gyrating!
Oh my gosh. Also, in her red panda form, one of the cutest things ever. Like, my goodness, she might be the cutest Disney character ever. Like, oh my gosh.
That's the cutest fucking thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Overall, I just really like May. And the haters do not know what they're talking about.
Oh, so you're lying. Oh, so you're a fucking liar. Oh, so you're allergic to joy, magic, and fun.
I'm sorry, I just get really defensive when people are bad-mouthing my favorite Disney characters. I rambled on too long. Let's just go to the next character. And now, my second favorite Disney character of all time is Pluto the dog. You can't go wrong with the classics, I'm telling you. Pluto has been one of my favorites for the longest time. I just remember when I was a little kid, I was obsessed with his cartoons and I just loved him so much as a kid. And after all these years up till now, he's still one of my favorites and I still love him so much. And much like Mickey Mouse, I love almost every incarnation of Pluto throughout his almost 100-year run. But to be honest, I kind of like the more modern / mid-2000s version of Pluto a bit more than his early incarnations, because even though I do love his earlier incarnations, he was kind of a jerk back then. Like, bro was mad aggressive. Like, every little thing just triggered him. And he can be so mean. Even to his son. His own son.
He's an asshole.
Call me a hypocrite. I usually dislike overly mean characters, but Pluto's an exception because I love him so much, and when he gets mad, it's at least funny and cute. My morality just kind of goes away when it comes to my favorite fictional characters. But even though he was a bit more mean back in the day, still at heart, he's a really sweet and nice character. And it's not like his aggressiveness is totally gone, it's just a bit toned down, which I think works better for the character. Like, I'm glad that he still has some anger issues, because that is what makes Pluto Pluto. It makes him feel like a real character. And the stuff that they're doing with him now is still great. Like, I love how unhinged and funny he is in the Paul Rudish cartoons. Pluto is just a near-perfect and timeless character that I love so much. He's funny, he's silly, he's loyal, he's adorable, has a bit of a temper, but is still overall a very sweet and kind character. And totally deserves the second spot of my list of my favorite Disney characters of all time. Do I even need to say who number 1 is at this point anymore? Because we all know it. Oh my gosh. Well, gives me more of an excuse to talk about him. I'm still giving him an introduction because I love him so much. So my number 1 most favorite Disney character of all time is Nicholas Tiberius Wilde.
Yeah, no shit, honey!
I know you all saw this coming a mile away, but what the hell am I supposed to do about it? I don't even know what else to say about Nick Wilde. I already talked a lot about him in the previous list. What the hell am I supposed to say here? All right, let me think of something new to say about him. I love his eyes. His eyes, oh my gosh, absolutely beautiful. He has a really cool tie. Yeah, I love his tie. I love the stripes. They're cool. Oh, Wild Hops is trash. Yes, there's that. What else is there? I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just kidding. Of course I know what other things to talk about with him. I love how incredibly smart Nick Wilde is. Like, oh my goodness, bro has big brain mode. He's also like just really chill. Like, my boy is just vibing throughout the whole movie. Like, dang, can I chill with you, please? I also loved the arc that he had in the movie, from this con artist to this real hero. I mean, he already was my hero before, but you guys know what I mean. And is honestly the most deep and interesting character, if the only interesting and deep character in the entire movie. I really hope we get to know more about Nick Wilde and his past and history in the sequel. Oh my gosh, the sequel really does scare me though. And to reiterate from the last video, I just love how funny he is. He's so charming, he's so smart, he's incredibly handsome, and he's just overall just really, really sweet. Like I said in the last video, he just makes me feel just really happy. I just really love Nick Wilde. Not only is he my #1 Disney crush, he's also my favorite Disney character of all time. So yeah, that was my list of my top 10 most favorite Disney characters. I really hope you all enjoyed. Please leave a like and subscribe for more videos in the future. Also, comment down below what your most favorite Disney characters are. I'm really interested to know. But again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.